Yo, guys.
Do you know how much these are worth?
Welcome to another podcast, episode 40 of the WRESTHINGS podcast.
Big 4-0. No
Trust me.
safety pussy.
So what we
I
saying?
have to save that for 44.
Oh, you
Big
do,
4-4,
you
yeah.
do, bro. What are we naming the studio? Like obviously we've had Hammerstein Ballroom, we've had MSG. I think at the moment we had what's the other one? That's the other one that we had.
ECW.
The Hooser Dome. We had Hooser Dome.
I said the Hooser Dome.
This is the Thunderdome.
This is
the Thunderdome.
This is the Thunderdome.
With all the things that's going on, this is the Thunderdome.
It's the Thunderdome. But yeah, man. Welcome to another episode of WRESTHINGS. Like I said before, episode 40. We're happy to present you this episode as last week was on Zoom. Fam, the Zoom thing, yeah. What do you think of it?
It's convenient, but at the same time, it's jarring. Yeah, this sounds good.
This thing is broke. I want to break it.
Just use. Actually, are you trying to hurt yourself? Yeah, the Zoom thing for me, yeah, it's cool. Like I don't mind using the Zoom thing, but after a while, yeah, it just gets like
Energy isn't really there, like.
And the whole thing of like, oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Oh, are you there?
Internet cutting out and yeah, man, it's a bit of a myth, but it's nice to be in the studio with the Mandem. Energy is always correct. It's vibes,
Like that.
So what we saying? Intros?
When I say go up, you say daddy. Go up!
Daddy.
Go up!
Daddy.
It's a strong star rated,
Yes.
leg drop hating,
Yes.
big back rubbing,
Yes.
because Jericho loving,
Yes.
son of a gun. It's your boy, Doughboy, aka Swoldy Lee. You know the vibes.
Jeez,
That's
and
the
the
new
new
one,
one,
fam.
yeah?
I had to add that one, fam. Beard,
the new one, fam.
come like the Dark Order, is it?
I said the Dark Order. Alright, so yo, it's the most prominent personality on the net.
You got to disappoint me.
Oh, 100%. 100%. We're getting there. But yo, it's the most prominent personality on the net.
What?
The youngest in charge from the
Studio
studio
to the set. What?
No more canteen chilling. We're main event living. It's your boy, the Lapsy, live in the flesh.
Bow.
Done, man.
Yeah, that's for me. I'm still working on my. Fam, I'm in your situation, bro. 2 weeks ago.
Man, how did that happen?
Fam, I don't know, bro.
How
I
did
just
that
stopped,
happen?
innit? So it's just like it's the VHS pipe, and I don't tolerate golden age cap. And you listen to the WRESTHINGS podcast. Look how basic that shit sounds.
Back to the canteen. Back to the canteen.
Back to canteen.
Electricals.
That's back to FCW, fam.
FCW, fam.
Hey, that's funny.
Hey, so what we saying? Where do we start? Raw, SmackDown, AEW, NXT.
Oh, NXT. I think we should start with Raw.
Raw. Okay, let's
Let's
go.
do
Raw. Draft. How you man feeling about it?
This draft wasn't all that, if I'm being honest. It just feels like they switched everyone from SmackDown to Raw and from Raw to SmackDown.
But obviously, off camera, I did say that the reason why WWE have done that is because I feel like they've realised that not that much people are watching SmackDown as usual. So they've now shifted their big stars onto SmackDown. So on SmackDown now you have Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, which is another great feud that's brewing to happen. You also have people like Street Profits, who are very entertaining on Raw, have now gone to SmackDown. Who else have I missing out? They've even got Bianca Belair on SmackDown as well. So they've definitely done that for a reason, particular reason, innit? So I'm with it. I'm not fussed. I don't think I'm not fussed about it. We're talking about Raw, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna jump the gun. The Fiend going on Raw makes so much sense.
Much sense.
The red on red, that's just a given.
Yeah.
The way he is, like, we would love to see it on a Monday night. He suits the Monday night. He doesn't suit SmackDown. I feel like SmackDown now is very happy.
Yeah.
It's not happy, but, do you get what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
It just needs one. Oh, I got something in my face.
No, you're good.
It's like, it's just very happy, innit? And the Fiend being on Raw makes sense. Raw is gritty, Raw is like uncut, and that's what we need, bro. So,
Are you trying to see the Fiend on Raw Underground?
Raw Underground.
do you know how scary that would be?
That would be mad.
Do you know how mad that Raw Underground's done though? It's buried. Did we agree last week?
I hope so.
But between the cut, what's it?
I think-
Dabo Cater.
Yeah, he's been dropped. And the thing that's also
Yeah.
him, Riddick Moss, and the Brazilian dude. They've all been drafted to Raw.
Hey,
So my
well
thing
done,
is, it's
well
like
done, I like
I don't get it. What's actually happening then? Is Raw Underground cribbed?
I think it
Like
was trial. I think it was like a trial. Yeah.
these men are signed to WWE. What more trial do they need? Riddick Moss has been on Raw. He's a former 24/7 champion. So I don't know what other. Like, it doesn't make
I
sense.
ain't
but-
even know that. I've never seen Riddick Moss on Raw. Maybe it's because I've not watched it enough, but I have never seen him. He's not been a prominent feature to me yet.
And he still won't be.
But he's talented. On Raw Underground, he was doing amazing. I just want to really see him in the ring, like, properly.
To be fair, everyone was doing amazing on the crowd.
Nah, but-
you can't really judge.
All right, other than Dabba Kato, Riddick Moss was just like the second guy that was the most prominent.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
beating everyone up, left, right, centre, every single week.
I'm sure he got battered by someone though.
I think it was Dolph Ziggler.
He handed his ass to him.
Dolph Ziggler.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of the draft, I do feel like
Yeah, these
it doesn't.
don't work.
It doesn't necessarily feel like an actual draft. It just seems like they're shifting people. They're shifting people's stories in it. So, I mean, with a few exceptions that they've drafted, I mean, we should potentially now see some interesting storyline and matchups. But I mean, the only thing that I feel like is still suffering is the tag division.
Yeah, 100%.
The tag division is like, I saw a few people like making murmurs online about how they felt that when the New Day got drafted to Raw, that they were potentially going to unify the title, which I mean, I wouldn't have been opposed to because the tag team division so far is very, very thin. And that's not even just talking about the main roster. NXT's tag division is very thin as well. So, I mean, we're yet to see what happens.
Yeah.
They're suffering.
Do you know what's crazy about that? I read that each brand has only 3 tag teams. So Raw's got 3 tag teams. SmackDown's only got 3 tag teams. So like the tag teams is really thin. Before it was much more. Everything's gone down.
That just goes to show, like, is tag team wrestling still important to, like, is it important to these companies nowadays?
Not to WWE. I don't think it's been important to WWE for time.
Yeah.
For
Is that ever
years.
since, you said ever since, like, the Dudleys and them lot left?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, you need to remember, when the Dudleys were about, you had the Ascension, you had Chad Gable, and what's the other guy's name? Justin Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan. You had Sheamus and Cesaro. The tag team division was stacked, but it really, I mean, the only prominent people there was the New Day or the Usos because they were getting all the limelight. But now the tag team divisions is thin. They've cut it so short.
That WrestleMania where Jeff Hardy came out, what were the tag teams in that match again? Just remind me.
The Good Brothers, Enzo Amore and Cass.
Oh yeah, Enzo
The
Amore and
Bar.
Cass, yeah. The Bar, yeah.
I think New Day hosted,
They
so
hosted it,
they
yeah.
weren't in that match. But yeah, prior to that,
That was the last time we actually saw like proper powerful tag teams.
Oh, yeah,
And ever since then,
100%.
it just like, yeah, fizzled out. Okay.
4 of them aren't even in the company anymore. That's mad.
That is actually mad.
4 of them aren't in the company. 2 of them aren't even a tag team. No, 5 of them aren't in the company anymore.
Didn't Eric Rowan and what's his name? I was gonna call him Brody.
Luke Harper.
Luke Harper become a tag team as well?
they was in the
yeah.
White family
The
before.
White family, but before when they left the White family, they were a tag team, right?
They were the Bludgeon
Brothers.
Brothers.
The Virgin Brothers. Yeah.
And then Luke Harper got injured. No, Rowan got injured, so Luke Harper was obviously put on the sideline, but they didn't really have anything for Luke Harper. Then they now brought Eric Rowan back for the angle with Daniel Bryan when they became tag team.
That's
No,
it, yeah.
before the box.
Before the
When they
box,
became
yeah.
like tag team
Tag team
champions,
box, yeah.
and he became like a follower of Daniel Bryan. And then a year later,
That was good. That was good. By the way.
that was a sick tag
that's
team.
good,
I've proper enjoyed that tag team. And then when they now split up and Luke Harper came back, he came back for like a few weeks because it was him and Eric Rowan versus Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan. I can't remember what pay-per-view it was last year, but it was a good matchup.
Yeah. I think I remember that. So.
Yeah, but at this point, I don't even know what WWE could do to save their tag team division. Because it's bleeding, like
Yeah,
it's bleeding,
And I feel,
and it's crying for help.
do you feel like forming new tag teams with people already in a roster? Like, would you obviously see that? Like, I feel like that one there. Like, I don't like that. I like when people come in as a tag team.
Come in as a tag
I remember the North. No, they're on TNA.
They're in TNA, yeah.
There was a tag team that came up on NXT one time, and I was like, who are they? They were proper sick. One guy had black hair, and the other guy had like brown hair. And it was quite short. I think one of them son, like it's a son of someone. I forgot.
TM16 or something with Nick Miller.
I can't remember. But I'll try and find it for
Yeah,
you.
try and find it.
But yeah.
Because this even boils down to the NXT when they do their Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Yeah.
The last one, I saw that NXT had a lot of tag teams, but they didn't even utilize them. They ended up just bringing people together. Everrise. Oh yeah, the Canadians. Yeah, they're quite good.
They're
yeah.
sick.
And they've been a tag team for years. So I don't know. Maybe WWE need to look more into. I don't know, because even with the acquisition of Evolve, they've got a lot of tag teams in Evolve. You'd think that maybe they'd pick up a few people's contracts to kind of like rebuild tag team wrestling, because of course they're not going to say AEW is their competition, but tag team wrestling is obviously heralded as something important in AEW.
Yeah.
So normally if you see your competition doing something, you're going to obviously want to compete with that and more or less try and divert eyes and divert attention to your way. But I mean, WWE obviously want to do things their way, so I don't know. But I couldn't tell you what we could do to potentially fix their tag team division.
I think WWE needs to invest more into existing tag teams and not just bring 2 single superstars together. Because
that's my only issue.
'Cause,
But then again, if it works, it works. Like
That,
for example, like the Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. They didn't become champions, did they?
They did.
They became, so that
Raw
I feel like
champs.
that kind of works. Like I like that.
as long as there's chemistry.
if there's chemistry,
Like,
yeah.
I mean, if we're being real, Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy would have been an amazing tag team if it wasn't for the Monday Night Messiah angle. I'm not saying that's a bad angle.
But then again,
an alternative would be, imagine those two just like on the same page, getting along, just dominating the tag team. You got King of the Cruiserweights. I'll say it, it's Buddy Murphy. It's not Neville. It's Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins, the Kingslayer. Like, bro, that would be an amazing tag team.
but if it even with the whole Monday Night Messiah thing, I feel like it still did work. But it was, were they champions when thingy? What's the one of them boys called again? Akam, what's the guy called?
I come and Razor.
Yeah.
What's it? Were they tag team when they were there?
Yeah.
Fam, if they were still there, that would have been a sick tag. They would have literally gone around and bossed everything. It would have been basically been like what Hurt Business is now.
Yeah.
Beating up people. Do you know what I mean? But obviously they've left and
Not even they've left. WWE got rid of them.
WWE got rid of bare tag teams. That's what makes it work.
That's
They got
what-
rid of bare tag teams during Black Wednesday, which makes no sense.
Black
That day was...
Wednesday, fam.
Fam, the amount of tag teams that left, I'm thinking,
That
So
day
how
was
many
mad.
people are you guys gonna have?
I remember that day we were filming that podcast and we're doing a podcast live when they were releasing people in it. And every moment we have to do a moment of silence. We're like, what, Eric Warren's gone?
A moment of silence.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, fam. Yeah, it was peak. Though. But speaking of tag teams, another, like, obviously, like, I did say, like, I didn't want existing wrestlers to be, like, made as a new tag team, but Humberto Carrillo and Dominic Mysterio, that could be a sick tag team.
That can work.
Do you know what I mean? Even Rey Mysterio himself, just, you know, getting in the tag team ranks again with him and his son.
Yeah.
Like a father and son thing. And obviously that's when you would love for your thing to pop up in it.
No, I'd be down for them tag teaming. Like, obviously, Rey Mysterio's got a lot of experience within that sector.
Yeah. I love seeing Rey Mysterio as a tag team though.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You don't see him as a tag team.
I love seeing him as a tag team.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Like him
And just
Vicky
having
Crisco.
his son under his wing, it would make so much sense. You know what I'm saying? And the amount of storylines you can get from that.
So much, man.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
much.
So, yeah, I think Ray would definitely be someone that would benefit, and Dominic would benefit from just imagine winning your first tag team championship with your dad.
Yeah,
That's
sick,
something
sick.
sick.
First in wrestling, well, not first in wrestling history, first in WWE history.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd
so,
be crazy.
Actually, wait, has it?
I think so. Like, what
Didn't
father
Dusty Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes and his dad win a championship?
did they?
Dustin, I'm not too sure.
I don't
think
so. I
Dustin
don't
won
remember.
anything with his dad in WWE.
Might be Dustin. Yeah, forget that. Yeah, but I remember him tag teaming with his dad. But yeah, Raw. So, Hurt Business update.
Hurt Business.
Yeah,
Cedric Alexander,
Yeah.
Ricochet. I know I gave Ricochet a lot of flack last week. I've come back this week to say the flack is still fucking going. Ha! I had you guys in the first half.
I
but I give it to him,
thought
man.
I was gonna flip
The
it.
segment was nice, right?
What, in terms of him doing the Eddie Guerrero
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
No, and my thing is, I'll never ever get onto Ricochet for creativity in terms of wrestling. Like, for me, he's an amazing wrestler. What he does in between those 4 ropes, I will always give him his praises. But it's when you now give him a microphone and you give him 2 minutes or 30 seconds to speak, it's what he does in that time. Everybody loved the Eddie Guerrero thing. Like, it's a nice callback. We rarely see that in WWE these days. Like, it's something that potentially I would want to see as often. I would want to see more of those kind of spots. But that's not what we're talking about right now, my nigga. We're talking about your speaking, my nigga. You can't speak. You can't talk, my bro. Yeah. But it was a good spot. The match was good. I was watching it and it was enjoyable. I mean, you're always going to get good matches from these guys. That's the thing. You're always going to get good matches. But my thing is, we're not watching GCW. We're not watching flipping Game Changer Wrestling. We're watching WWE. So, yeah, you can give me good matches, but the segments have to make sense to me and has to sound good. So, yeah. I got you guys. Never.
I agree.
Hey, that's funny, Phil.
So yeah, obviously that happened on Raw. What else happened on Raw? If you missed it.
Lars Sullivan came back on SmackDown, but yeah, Lars Sullivan.
Wait, was
This
that on
guy, Lars
SmackDown?
Sullivan-
No, he
or
came back on SmackDown, but
He
he
came
beat
on
up John
SmackDown.
Morrison on Raw.
Yeah. He came
So,
back on
so
Raw
what
as well.
brand is he on SmackDown?
No,
or
he
Raw?
got drafted to
No,
SmackDown.
he was just,
Oh, mad. So wait, he got drafted to SmackDown. So what's he doing on Raw?
No, but he only found out on Raw after he
yeah.
beat up John Morrison.
Okay.
What's your man's thoughts on that, bro?
Oh, and Lars Sullivan.
Fam, this guy has got so much dirt on his name. Whenever something clears,
Bro.
another thing comes up.
Whenever he
This guy
returns,
he was sending DMs to a yoga, what's it? A yoga instructor.
instructor.
Saying, I'll show me your ass.
He got booty pics.
How many times are we gonna let this guy go scot-free from?
You know what? I think WWE needs to start monitoring their talent social media
No, but
accounts.
that's when it starts to become a thing where, like, what Vince was gonna do before. I don't know if he's still doing it now, where he wanted everyone to he wanted to have control of everyone's what do you call it, Twitch account, or the TikTok, whatever them stuff.
Twitch.
So
He's gonna get a percentage or something.
yeah, gain a percentage. We don't want that. All I
Okay,
want
that
is
makes
this.
sense.
CRBs have to be done properly.
Mm.
Like, I'm sorry, but I know if you tweet that if you tweeted something like time ago, then yeah. But this thing was a recent thing.
Yeah, I think
It was recent.
Yeah, I think what wrestlers need to kind of do is, if they have two separate accounts, if they've got like their normal, like their WWE wrestler account and then
They got
a
private.
personal private, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want on your private, but at the same time, it's like you know, like you're a celeb, like you're famous, you're going to be subjected to these kind of rubbish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if you're doing it in a safe way, not to condone what he's saying, but even if you're doing it to someone you know, someone could come and use that against you. Like, yeah, this nigga's inappropriate.
Do you know what's funny? I thought that was a fake account. I thought it was a fake account.
Fake account.
I went and actually typed it in. It's like, your account. You've got you doing deadlifts on this account.
Fam, I expected it to be verified, so
Fam.
I was fully thinking it was fake.
Now that guy can't be verified after what he's been doing before, bro. He can't be verified.
I'm not, let me keep quiet.
okay.
If I now come and say something, then now come and say now come and bleep it. But yeah. No, please. Am I blacks?
Yeah, big up Blacks, by the way.
Big up blacks, big up
Dubai,
VRSYJNES as always.
man. Yeah, I forgot
But
to do
yeah, I mean, in life, yeah, you just have to learn from in life, yeah. I feel like it's important to know where you've come from and know where you're going, innit? You know you've done BTs in the past. You know you've been racist. Certain videos have come out of you doing whatever.
He's been mad.
That's what I said.
You know what I'm saying?
Fam.
You've done all of this stuff, you get what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to say fair enough you've done this in the past. My thing is, it's like, it's out in the open.
Has
It's
he
in
even
the public.
apologized for all of this?
No, this nigga ain't apologise. Fuck this nigga, fam. Fuck Lars Sullivan. But at the same time, with all this stuff happening in the past, there's something called initiative that, as children, we learn to use. You know what I'm saying? If you've done stuff in the past, you learn that you do not do it again. Or you try to avoid rubbish like that in the future. So you going to sexually harass women
Doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense. I was about to say something, but I paused. That's growth. I was about to say something, but it was growth in it. I can't be. Don't
do it.
Yo, you can't be sexually harassing people. It's mad. I'm so sorry. Especially when you know you're in the position you're in. You've literally just come back to TV. It's not like you've been on TV. It's not like Velveteen Dream. Like Velveteen Dream's been on TV and BTS has been coming out. You've been off TV to kind of like, I think maybe recover from whatever, and then to just
calm it down.
You know what I'm saying? But now you're back. Fam.
Have a scandal.
And usually they'll say stuff like, when someone might always have something to complain about, but if it's you they've always got to complain about, maybe you're the issue. Lars Sullivan, you're the fucking issue, fam.
He's the issue, bro. And I see when he came to ring, all these guys turn up their nose, fam. Then flip, say, where the hell did this guy come from, fam? This guy's behind in the canteen, bro. But yeah,
I even grew a beard and everything.
fam,
It's
man grew a
mad.
beard, fam.
I've really deeped it. There's been so many scandals and around Lars Sullivan. Like,
So what do you think WWE need to properly do then? Like, is it just a CRB check and move on, or is it just a thing where
that's the
they just cut ties? Because I think cutting ties, obviously, it'll make him an example, but I don't feel like it really changed anything because someone else will hire him the next day.
True.
And he won't learn his lesson. So
And
what do you think they should do?
When it comes to CRB, I think it's hard to kind of police CRB. I think it's literally just a warning. So let's say, for example, we were signed to a network. The most the network could probably say is, listen, what you guys have to remember, you guys are signed to us. Obviously, be yourself, but you're representing us.
So be careful.
So
what
just
you
be
say,
careful how you present yourself, how you speak to people, because if it now can come and be used against you, and we have no information on it, or we can't help you, you're on your own. You know what I'm saying? So fam, we're all adults, man. These are big men. We shouldn't have to be telling big men that are
careful
30
you tweet,
plus, be careful how you approach women. Like, this is something that you should know. So, I I think it's just. I think they maybe need to have like some sort of like wellness meeting where they just have like a
sit
Zoom
everyone down and
call,
talk
sit
to
everyone
everyone.
down.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
100%.
you
But I feel
guys
like-
need to conduct yourself in a
I
particular
feel
way.
like a lot of wrestlers kind of get it. I feel like wrestlers get it, but it's like a lot of wrestlers still, like not still, but for example, the Lars Sullivan thing. I don't feel like he understands how big the company is, or the stuff that he's doing, how detrimental it can be on people's lives. You know what I mean? After even the whole the Me Too thing that came out recently, like stuff like that shouldn't run. Do you get what I mean? Like, it should be just like there's ways to talk to women. Do you get what I mean? Fam?
Yeah.
And there's ways to do stuff, talk to people, bro. But yeah, man, that's enough.
Man wasn't even private about it. Man could have
came
like
out straight.
fam, like
Fam. And even I saw the news article, I think Wrestle Talk put out, and I thought, it's just like a callback of the other stuff he's done. But when I see that's a recent thing, fam, I'm like, fam, what the hell? But yeah, end of Lars Sullivan, man. Raw, what else happened on Raw?
What else?
New Day has come to Raw.
They switched their titles
Cool.
with
Yes, so I was gonna actually talk about it earlier, but let's talk about it now. Guys, we're gonna go through and ask if you were upset like everyone else on Twitter or not. You upset?
What? New Day being on Raw?
Yeah.
I'm not upset about it. I'm happy about it.
Is the question New Day being on Raw or New Day splitting?
Okay, New Day splitting up.
Oh, I'm happy about it because it was gonna happen one day. It was gonna happen anyway, and I feel like this is the best and safest way for it to happen without them breaking any ties with Big E and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not necessarily fast because for me, I don't look at New Day as like. It's like WRESTHINGS. Like 3 of us man can be here. Not every man has to be here. It's still WRESTHINGS at the end of the day. So whether Big E and Kofi are on Raw and Xavier Woods are on SmackDown and vice versa.
Still gonna be that support.
And fam, we know how WB logic is. One day Big E will now come back to Raw to
like
do
what happened to
6-man tag.
Even Dudley and flipping Bob Ray, fam.
You know what I'm saying? They will now come and do 6-man
Yeah,
tag
bro.
and we have a surprise guest.
Surprise
And it will be Big E.
Big E, you know
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like, of course, like off like face value, the way it looks like fuck, these men are being split.
yeah.
But then at the same time, it's kind of like it's just a rocket on Big E's back.
Yep.
It's time to get that singles
Time to get-
push.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Have to be
but then
Raw.
again, they could have done that with Big E in the thing
We're in.
within the same show as them.
Yeah. True.
But I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, what else could they have accomplished? They're the longest reigning tag team champions.
Yeah, what else? They can't be tag team the whole life, man.
Literally.
Biggie's always been big. From when I first laid my eyes on Biggie, I always thought that Biggie could be a champion. Like the way he's built, like the way he looks, like the haircut, everything, just a champion. He's even
doing the
he's even got the
5
box haircut. You know what I mean?
haircut.
Fam,
Shabba
like,
ranks.
Trust me, fam. He's even got that, fam. So like, for me, I wasn't really fast. When I saw people crying on Twitter, I was like, bro, guys, man, it's grow up here, man. It's not that deep, fam. But I think like Biggie going by himself now and now allows him to go and achieve other stuff. Kofi Kingston achieved what he can achieve as a Grand Slam champion. Biggie follows suit, and hopefully as the year goes on, Xavier Woods will then follow suit.
Exactly.
Has Xavier Woods won any other championships other than tag team?
No, it's just tag team.
Yeah, so Biggie's been Intercontinental, right?
Yeah, only once though.
Once, yeah. So exactly. So now, obviously, Biggie's turn to go and do the Mandem.
Matter of fact, Big E is a former NXT champion.
4 minutes, yeah, exactly.
You know-
Second.
Second, he beat Seth Rollins for it.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Was second NXT champion?
Second.
Yeah, he beat Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Bo Dallas.
Oh, that's yeah. Oh shit.
Man said Bo Dallas.
Bro, big up Bo Dallas, man.
Big E.
But yeah, I think like I said,
ass.
Biggie's turn. It's now Biggie's turn to now go and like do a madness in it. So I'm here for it, man. Either way.
Yeah, 100%.
What else happened on Raw? I think that was it, right? Obviously, there was an exchange of the belts, but that came on Raw.
That was on Raw.
So sweet. Now that New Day have come over, New Day just won the championships from Shinsuke and Cesaro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So on Raw, there was a segment where Biggie, sorry, Kofi and Xavier Woods were backstage with the I call him the postman. What's this guy called again, bro?
Postman.
The guy that sorts out logistics, whatever, man. I forgot his name, bro. And Street Profits were there, and they basically exchanged titles because obviously they can't still hold the SmackDown titles and the Raw titles. I think people were so upset about that. JD from New York, I know he's known to be that guy that just goes on about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I dislike the guy, but I'm not gonna lie, he made sense.
Okay, talk to me
The-
about
the
that. 'Cause
logic-
obviously in a group chat, everyone's
Yeah.
like, you don't understand, but explain why he made sense.
So basically, what he more or less ranted on about, like he usually does if you listen to JD from NY, he just ranted on about how the handing over of the titles was a very like tacky. It was just a tacky idea, and it was just like, more or less, you're better off just leaving each of them on their own brand. Like the Street Profits have now become SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and it's got an asterisk on their name just for the pure fact that they didn't win the title. It got handed, like, literally, like, the footage is there. It was handed to them. You get what I'm saying?
They swapped it, basically.
They literally swapped belts. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, we give JD his, well, not, I wouldn't say we, but a lot of people give JD his flack because he rants and he just shouts and sometimes he chats shit. But I understood the frustration. But then again, I'm not really necessarily fussed. It is what it is. It's WWE at the end of the day. If I was looking to them for logic, I found I would be stupid, man. I would be dumb. I would have lost all my brain cells.
Like,
So.
look, let's be honest, there's a lot of things that WWE don't make sense, fam, but we just have to deal with it. It's like,
As a whole, like if we actually deep the concept of wrestling, it's not meant to make sense to us.
it's not meant to make sense.
It actually doesn't make sense. Like sometimes I'll be watching it and I'm thinking,
there's many-
you've been punched, but you haven't sold being punched.
You haven't still been punched, yeah.
You've landed on your head and all you're doing is landing flat.
yeah.
Like it wrestling logic doesn't make sense. But at the end of the day, if you try to make sense of it,
You go crazy.
You'll go mad and
go crazy.
fam, there's no need, man.
go crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, of course there's gonna be things that you're gonna be angry, not even angry about. There's gonna be things that you don't agree with. But to now get it to a point where it's like your whole livelihood is just based on shouting. I mean,
That's that, man.
family, men are virgins, man. I'm so sorry.
Fam.
That's
So
funny.
yeah, that happened, and yeah, like I said again, like I still wasn't as fast about it. I was like, yeah, like for me. Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's gonna sound stupid. In real life, it makes sense, like for them to like switch the titles.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously to these guys, it like they're not really feeling it. So
I mean, really and truly, the tag team titles should just be unified. They should have
but
battled
that's
it
gonna
out.
have that whole thing where everything's just one. Everyone's just bad. Then there's no point of them doing a draft then.
I mean, for the
If there's a unification of the titles or unification of any sort of title, then there shouldn't be a draft. Because that's why.
There can be.
How that
Just
work
on
out.
the pure basis that look at the women's tag team titles. There's no Raw women's tag team titles, or there's no.
They've changed it.
No,
it's always been on both.
it's always
brands.
been on both. Like you can defend it on all
It's
three
been
shows.
on- oh, yeah, okay,
So
like
if
that.
so if they had something like that, because already the women's tag team division is already thin as it is.
Yeah.
The men's one is getting by the day.
Yeah.
So if they just unified it, then for me that whole logic of handing over the belts, it would have just been deaded. But at the same time, I'd rather them avoid a point of them now unifying belts for them to now split the belts again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Because-
that's true.
Because for time we've been hearing rumors about how they want to unify the top two titles, and it's like, again, you guys have unified this how many times now? Let's just leave them to be separate shows. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
WWE for innit?
And if we wrap our head around it, fam, we'll be losing hair.
Trust me.
You know what I'm saying?
Trust me.
We losing
Certain
hair.
things are just not meant to make sense.
We should just enjoy it for what it was. Of course, let's critique it. There's gonna be stuff that we're gonna critique. But for us to now be downright angry that we have to now set up camera, set up mic,
and
set up OBS.
Yeah, trust me. Get a glass that has your name on it.
Yeah, I'm saying get a mug that has our name on it and create a brand from it. I mean, get your money, but at the same time, it's like you still look like a virgin. So it is what it is, man. I'm
Hey, you
gonna.
need some teas, bro.
I'm.
Hey, you don't like that.
You're gonna-
I'll work on it.
I think that So another thing happened on SmackDown and Raw this week was that what's his name appeared? What's my man's name? The Fiend appeared, attacked
Fiend and
Andrade.
Alexa
Andrade
Bliss.
hasn't been drafted yet, so he's still in the waters.
He's a free agent.
Mickey James hasn't been drafted yet as well.
Free agent.
Both free agents, but yeah, the Fiend attacking Andrade. That was. What do you think of that? Are we gonna get something else from that? Will we get the Fiend versus Andrade?
I
Or is the
mean,
Fiend gonna go? Would it be a thing? Is that just a signal of the Andrade becoming someone new again?
I don't even know.
if I can look at it from our logic as fans and then WWE's logic,
Yeah.
Andrade is getting buried
By who?
by the Fiend.
As in not come back?
He's gonna get buried if they make a feud
As in the
between
Fiend versus Andrade.
Andrade. He's gonna get buried.
I can't see.
They'll
I
be-
can't see Andrade defeating
Defeating a Fiend, no way.
Yeah.
No way. Only because of the way they've handled his character. Andrade that we have on the main roster now is not the Andrade we had in NXT. So he's getting
I mean, I
buried.
feel like we did have it for a bit when he was US champion. Like he was like his championship run was a decent run. It wasn't bad. Obviously, he had I think he failed a wellness test or whatever, so it kind of halted it for a bit. But I mean, usually when that kind of stuff happens, and you're going to be off TV, they usually strip the title off you. But for them to not strip the belt off him, I mean, they clearly saw something in him. I feel like now that Paul Heyman's on SmackDown, he's not going to be utilized the way he should, because I mean, him and Angel Garza should have won the tag team titles.
Definitely, they should.
That whole back and forth that they were doing with the Street Profits.
They should have won it.
I mean, I'm happy Street Profits are champion. We always want black people at the table, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really invested in Street Profits.
You're not invested in the tag. Let's be honest. We're not invested in the tag team division as a whole.
The tag team division in
As a
WWE.
whole.
Like in AEW,
Sweet.
I'm invested. I don't even lie to you.
Yeah,
But in
it's
WWE, even NXT, I'm not really invested in the tag team division. Like I don't know.
Is
Man.
Timothy Thatcher still like? Has he been shown on NXT recently?
The last match he had, I remember, was
pay-per-view, innit?
against. I think it was a pay-per-view match. Yeah,
I haven't seen him since.
against
yeah.
Dame. Actually, no, was it a pay-per-view? He had a match against Damian Priest a few weeks ago for the title.
North America.
So I think before Johnny Gargano faced him for the title,
Oh,
he had a match against Timothy Thatcher.
okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
Quick question: do you guys think it's time for Johnny Gargano to be promoted to the main roster? Is it his time yet?
I think it is for me personally. I can see this guy doing bits in the main roster. Man.
Yeah, I mean,
Him and Ciampa, they might need to go. Do you know what it is? It's you know when you've graduated school, yeah. The next generation needs to come through now in NXT.
Yeah.
We've seen these man in the NXT for so long now, and like I get it, we get it now. Like you know these man NXT through and through, but now I feel like WWE is not the product, but the superstars are now like they've kind of outgrown us now. So we need these new wrestlers coming through and just setting levels in it. Do you know what I mean? We've had what Keith Lee's gone over there now. Who else has gone over there as of recent? Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's always been there.
he's been there for a few
He's been
years.
there for a bit in it, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're now like the whole like the head of thing in it. Do you know what I mean? Like the top guys in the business right now. So we definitely need these guys to come through, and you know these other guys can stay there. Do you know what I mean? I would love to see Karrion Kross on Raw or SmackDown one day. But one thing we shouldn't do now is that look at NXT, and this is my problem with the whole draft. Look at NXT as a brand where it's just like it's like the kindergarten. It's not kindergarten.
Yeah.
From when you made them the third brand, there should be like the third brand that's like, if anyone comes here, we're effing you up. We're like the main shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I wanted on the draft for other wrestlers to get drafted to NXT or NXT wrestlers to get drafted to Raw or SmackDown.
yeah.
But we didn't get that.
Yeah.
And if they did that, that would make things much better. That's when people will look at NXT as a different brand.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these wrestlers, like, for example, I talk to my friends and stuff, and I mentioned NXT, they're like, fam, what's NXT, that game
What's
show?
NXT?
They still see it as a game show.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So, but if WWE use their initiative and be like, cool, we're adding NXT to the draft this year to make things exciting, but people look at NXT different.
Yeah, I was surprised they didn't add them to the draft. In terms of Johnny Gargano, I'm a bit in. It's a bit of both. Like, yeah, I would want to see him in the main roster because there's matchups he could potentially get in. But at the same time, I feel like he just get lost in the shuffle. I won't even lie to you. And it's kind of, I mean, yeah, I feel like he just get lost in the shuffle.
Can I ask you a question? Did you think the same? Did you think that of the same when Seth, Ambrose, and Roman came through?
What, at Shield?
Yeah, as a shield.
Together, no, I didn't think they'd get lost in the shuffle.
I mean,
but-
even as an okay, back in the day, when you saw the idea of having Seth on Raw or SmackDown, did that idea come into your head?
that he'll probably get lost in the shuffle.
No,
As in when I first ever saw Seth Rollins on
yeah,
NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, yeah, I won't even lie to you.
Because that's what I'm thinking now. He can easily become a big star in WWE.
Oh, 100%.
His name, like the name, even sounds sweet, Gargano. Like
Johnny
like,
Wrestling.
Johnny Wrestling. Do you know what I
Nah,
mean?
I mean,
Like,
yeah.
Him himself he's sick. He can actually wrestle.
The match.
But
But then how many sick people are getting lost in the shuffle? That's
It's
you know what I'm
true,
saying.
it's
So
true, but-
it's like as much as for him and Ciampa, they're seasoned. Like really and truly, they could have gotten onto the main roster. They could have. They could have. They didn't even have to be on NXT. It's that rule.
There was opportunity of Ciampa going to the main roster.
Yeah, he
innit?
they
But
didn't
got
he
injured,
didn't want
innit?
to. Yeah, he got injured, and there's times where they've said to Triple H like they don't want to go to the main roster.
so, yeah.
You know what
Because I
Ciampa
feel like
said?
for them, they know that they kind of like see their fate. Like, you know what, we could be misused, or we could be used in a particular way. Whereas with NXT, we know that we're protected. We know that we've already built ourselves to this point where we could potentially work with anyone. We don't even have to be in the main. We don't even have to be in the main card. Like, look at Ciampa at the moment. Ciampa's not in main event contention at the moment. He's facing newer people, so it's just a matter of like, yeah, I want to see them on the main roster, but at the same time, as long as they're used right.
Yeah.
You know
Like,
what?
I'd want to see. Sorry, bro. I would like to see Ciampa versus Randy Orton.
Oh,
facts.
definitely.
That's a feud I'd
We
like
got
to
a
see.
teaser. Sorry, we got a teaser of that, didn't we? At
Survivor Series.
Yeah.
I think Ciampa said the reason why he doesn't want to go to the main roster is because he knows he'll be mishandled. One, 2, he said if he ever gets promoted there, he'll retire from wrestling.
You could promote that, what, as in promoted to, or as in goes there.
As in, if he gets sent there like by force, he said he'll retire.
But my thing is this: you can't be in NXT your whole life because not everyone watches NXT. And no offense to these guys at NXT, NXT is a sick brand. It does what it needs to do. But if a lot of people know Raw and SmackDown, do you get what I mean? And NXT, in order for us to, for people to believe, and what obviously people believe, us wrestling fans believe what NXT is, isn't it? But in order for these other guys to believe what NXT is, these former wrestling watchers to believe what NXT is, they need to make NXT this big brand again. Then, and that's how it's gonna be.
I mean,
it's like ECW, bro. Sorry. Like ECW. When ECW first came in, when ECW first came in as their own brand, bro, they made it proper big, fam. You had all these big stars going over. They had Big Show going over. They had Bobby Lashley going over there. Minus the December to him. What's it? December a pay-per-view. But bro, you had all these big wrestlers going in there. Everyone actually believed in them. I believed in them. They were on the game. They were on their badge was their what you call it? Their logo was on the game.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? We believed in them there, bro. But I feel like with NXT, like I don't understand this whole fascination of them just keeping it as this little man thing, because bro, real and true, it's not a little man thing. The wrestlers on there are proper sick wrestlers.
Yeah.
So
matter of fact,
people believe in them, man.
The wrestlers on NXT are seasoned veterans as well. They're not they have beginners, but not all of them. Most of them are seasoned.
Even the
veterans.
bottom of the hat. What's that guy called?
80% of them have been wrestling for 10 plus years.
10
That's why I posed the question to you last week on Zoom. Like, has the development system failed us?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, it's like you're bringing in like 10 plus, 12 plus vets that could easily come in and be slotted into the main roster. Clearly, if they have weaknesses, then that's something you should be working with them on development, rather than just. Of course, they're not flinging every single person onto the NXT shows because there's over 100 people in NXT. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like someone that's been wrestling for someone like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens did not have to be on NXT. He could have easily gone into the main roster. So if we're looking at NXT as like now a third brand, then let's rather than I mean, I'm on the side of, okay, cool. If we want to look at it as a third brand and you want to bring eyes to it, rather than shipping people off to the main roster, where clearly we know, one, they may get mishandled. It doesn't happen all the time. A lot of people are getting handled well. Why don't we bring a lot of more stars over to NXT?
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, cool, Survivor Series happens, and they now still want to do the whole NXT versus Raw versus SmackDown. Rather than do what they did last year when they had NXT Invade, why don't you have the main roster guys come and invade? It's revenge now, invasion. You know,
Come on, I love it.
you know what I'm saying? Have them come and invade, because now it's like, okay, cool. You won. You guys were the people that weren't even meant to be looked at as winning the whole war. So when we're now coming to fuck your home up, because obviously now look at it. We've got NXT on the CW in the CWC arena, and we've got WWE in the Thunderdome. Like, fam, that's already war as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could. The booking rights itself.
You said they're gonna pull up to the arena,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're gonna be socially distanced in there, but fam, they're gonna it works. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like you said earlier, I feel like they should have added NXT to the draft, because I'm sure there's certain people that would have benefited from being in NXT as opposed to doing nothing on the main roster. Look at people like
100%.
Chad Gable. Chad Gable would do well in NXT.
I thought he was gonna go. Sorry, no offense, but I thought he was actually gonna go back to NXT.
That would make sense.
And it's not even a thing where it's like, oh man, like man's not getting, like, I don't respect him. Bro, the guy is sick. Him going back at NXT will be proper sick. Like him defending, like fighting against these other guys. Like, what's that, Cameron Grimes guy?
Yeah.
I like that guy, bro. Like
Cameron Grimes is sick.
Him against another guy.
Bro, we're at a point now where saying to people that person should go to NXT is not a diss.
It's not even a diss, bro.
It's not a diss. And like,
I respect you.
Before, people used to look at it as like, oh, you're sending me back to a lower league. But
academy,
bro,
yeah.
let's be real. 90% of WWE's best matches are coming from NXT. You know what I'm saying? So there's no shame in your game if you think to yourself, okay, cool. I'm not doing much in the main roster. I don't even call it the main roster. I'm not doing well on SmackDown or Raw. Yeah. Let me go to NXT and let me prove it's like going to the Indies basically. Yeah. You've left the WWE, you're going to the Indies, you're going to reprove yourself, you're going to regrow the passion that you had for this business. Go there, you know what I'm saying? You're all saying it sells itself.
Because remember Tyler Breeze and Fandango? Main roster, what were they doing? Fashion Police or something. Now they're NXT Tag Team Champions.
I mean, I'm happy for them, but I don't think they should have won. I'm happy for them.
I'm happy.
I'm happy for them. They won in it, but at the same time. But then look at someone like Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze should have won the NXT title time ago. Tyler Breeze isn't the wrestler he was like 5-6 years ago. He's slowed down, and the thing is, Tyler Breeze, for me, when he first came in, not even when he first came into NXT, when you introduced this character, for me, I feel like he was on par with Ziggler.
Oh yeah,
Fam. And for WWE to trust him that much that they put him in a match with Jushin Liger, do you know what that says about you?
Yeah.
That says a lot.
That says a lot, yeah.
They just,
and that's his debut. That's Thunder Liger's debut on WWE as well.
Fam, his first and only match in WWE, and you got to face him. Do you know what that says about you?
That needs to go on the road record, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what that says about you? So
Tyler Breeze.
nobody should look at going to the NXT as
a diss. No.
Hopefully nobody looks at it like that now, but I'm sure prior to that it's like, oh yeah, you're getting sent back to NXT and you'd be frowning up your face. Whereas now, I'm sure, fam, if I was a wrestler, I was in the main roster and I'm chilling in canteen. If someone says to me, if they came up to me like, listen, we haven't really got anything planned for you, but you know, we're gonna give you like 2 months, 3 months to go down to NXT and you know, work some programs. How would you feel? I'll be like, what? You know what? Give me 6 months. I'm trying to do 2 takeovers. I'm trying to do 2 takeovers.
Adding to what you said as well, yeah. He said as the developmental system failed us. Cool. So another thing as well about this is that a lot of the wrestlers in the canteen can actually cut promos, right? Cut sick promos. I think it can be like a 2-on-2 thing where they can actually go over to NXT and some of these wrestlers that can't cut promos, they're not teaching them, but like, you know what I mean? They're pairing up with them. Like, I'm not saying I'm not saying NXT is the lower leagues.
Yeah. We know. We don't even have to give disclaimer no more. It's not the lower leagues.
Just
we know
digest that. Like, but all I'm trying to say is this: there's a lot of stuff that people can learn from these brothers. Do you know what I mean? And you know, take it on board and just make themselves better superstars.
Do you know what it is? From a business standpoint, I just remembered NXT superstars get paid less.
Is that what it is?
That I feel like that's one of the reasons why some guys want to go to the main roster, because then they get paid more money.
So, they get paid more money.
So this is it here. Yeah. So that's the conversation WWE needs to have with themselves. They need to say that cool. NXT is not a little man brand no more. People are watching NXT. Make NXT part of all your other part of all your other pay-per-views. Then they shouldn't. NXT NXT should have their own pay-per-views as of every single other every single other roster, innit? But NXT should be featured in these main pay-per-views with a Survivor Series, a WrestleMania. Was NXT WrestleMania this shit? Was WrestleMania like last year? I think it was in one. Was there one match?
One match, the women's one.
The women's one.
Charlotte
versus Rhea Ripley.
But that's because Charlotte's there. Do you get what I mean? But as in, like, I'm saying as in like having Johnny Gargano versus Ciampa or like Cameron Grimes versus Bo Dallas or something. We don't get that. So that's what I'm saying. WWE need to obviously put respect on it and just leave it as that, and that's how things will get put over.
I could understand NXT at WrestleMania, but I feel like for me, just keep the NXT wrestlers at their own takeovers. Maybe WrestleMania.
I mean, what I'm trying to say, as in like, okay, in general, there's only like 3. Like I think there's only 3 pay-per-views where
the big 4: WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series.
That's it. So WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series. That's when NXT can actually chip in and have at least a 1-match thing there. Because even on flipping on WWE Takeover, on WWE, what do you call it? 2K, yeah. When I did my universe mode on certain pay-per-views, for example, I think was it TLC? Or I think SummerSlam or something. SummerSlam, yeah. I put NXT there instead of Raw. Cause I want my NXT superstars to. Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Come and see general manager.
Yeah, WWE book it, man. Do you get what I mean? So, yeah, man, WWE needs to see it as that, man, and just make it happen, bro. Because it could definitely change things in the company, man.
Yeah, it's very true, man.
You guys watch SmackDown? I didn't watch it, so I'll let you lot lead that.
Tribal Chief.
I saw bits of it. I wasn't really watching it as per se. I actually fell asleep, to be honest. What did I see on SmackDown that kind of...
Elias is back.
Elias is back.
I think that was on SmackDown,
was it? SmackDown, yeah.
Elias is back.
He whacked Jeff Hardy over there. Hey, am I wrong to say this, yeah? We're going back. I can actually see Jeff Hardy in NXT.
Oh, that would be cold.
I'm sorry, no offense. Because I've seen him in TNA, yeah? I can actually see this guy in NXT.
Jeff Hardy, Willow in NXT.
And he can actually bring back the Willow character as well.
Invested.
Willow versus the Demon.
Invested.
Yep. There you go.
Invested.
But yeah, SmackDown. Jeff Hardy said he wanted to have a triple threat tag team match.
That was on Raw. That was on Raw.
That was on Raw?
Yeah,
oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, he got drafted to Raw.
Got drafted to Raw. Okay, cool. Nah, then I didn't watch SmackDown. I didn't watch SmackDown. I didn't think I saw SmackDown was the pictures. I saw the Roman and Poeman interview. Other than that, then I didn't see. Let me double check that though.
You guys watch AEW?
We don't watch that stuff no more.
What? You don't watch that stuff.
You don't
Me, I
watch
watched
that.
it, bro.
So your favorite wrestler now is Chris Jericho, but you didn't even watch his 30-year anniversary show.
Oh man, I didn't even know that.
The
Still.
I think I watched the first match. It was a rival. The first match.
Yeah, Revival versus TH2,
Yeah.
the Hybrid 2.
I watched that still.
That was a good match. AEW in general, well, it was a typical AEW show. It was fun.
Did you see a Canadian Destroyer?
No.
Oh, sorry.
didn't.
Off topic. Going back to SmackDown before we go to AEW. I saw the end of the match between Kevin Owens and Fiend. I think that was a good ending to the match. The Fiend was giving Kevin Owens the mandible claw. Then Kevin Owens tried to reverse into the stunner. It didn't work. He didn't sell it and just continued.
Oh yeah, I saw some gif of that.
That was jokes.
That looks sick.
Yeah, that was sick. But yeah, going back to
Yeah, AEW was good. For those that didn't watch it, or if you did watch it, it was the greatest wrestler of all time. I know Sam is probably will be listening to this and thinking, no, it's not. It's Undertaker. It's Undertaker. Chris Jericho. What? He ain't got a streak. It's Undertaker. But it was Chris Jericho's 30th anniversary.
30 years in wrestling.
it's 30 or 38.
30.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it started in 1990. It was a sick show. Had some sick shout outs from some sick people. Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah.
Tanahashi. We even got Tanahashi in the back.
Oh yeah.
I see a lot of people talking. Maybe this is gonna be
New Japan.
New Japan and AEW collabing. Finally, getting
I'll
a
be
partnership.
I'll be invested.
I mean, who knows?
NK is smiling right now.
I said NK is
He's
smiling.
smiling.
No, he did. He did say it in the group chat.
No,
on the highlight. He said the highlight.
I said, yeah. So I said, oh, NK, you're gonna love this. Tanahashi just appeared on AEW. He goes, yeah, I just saw it. Fam,
No, yeah, it was a good show. Let's even run through the matches.
Yeah.
AEW
is interesting. I feel like this is the problem with me. Yeah, is that whenever I say AEW is not good or crap or whatever, yeah, like you man will just tell me, "Oh, watch AEW this week," and I watch it. I'm like, okay, cool, it's good. Like it's. I think you just got to watch it. You just got to concentrate.
Be consistent with
Yeah.
it. I think
If you don't concentrate, you're gonna lose what's happening.
Oh yeah, the dog collar match.
Yeah,
Brody Lee versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh, yeah.
That looked brutal, man.
Fucking match.
I like this new Cody. Is Cody fully healed now?
I don't think he's like fully like transformed. Like the way he came up, it was like a face, but I feel like a heel turn is probably going to come soon.
It's coming.
But the match with Brody Lee was sick. I see a lot of people giving him flack, saying that he's the Triple H of AEW.
I don't understand.
Brody Lee.
Nah, Cody Rhodes, because he won the title again, innit?
No, but it's minor.
But my thing is, until Cody, like for me, I won't even compare the two. Like one's reign of terror was mad, whereas with Cody Rhodes has fully put people over. Completely put Eddie Kingston. You name it, he's put all these different people over. Even if they didn't win, he's put a lot of people over since AEW started.
You need to remember, my guy, he can't compete for a world title anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly. He could have easily won the World Heavyweight title. And until Cody Rhodes now does a necrophiliac story or he does a racist story.
Or does a new DX or something.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear these Triple H comparisons because it's like, of course, Triple H is not on that anymore.
Who started that shit?
What?
This Triple H comparison.
These virgins on Twitter, man. These niggas that all they do is bash to fucking they bash to Lufez, fam. Fucking pussy. You know what I'm saying? That was a sick, proper sick match. Proper brutal. Reminded me of like an old school Dusty Rhodes, Terry Funk kind of match.
What's the dog collar match? Is it when they're tied together?
Yeah, they've got the chain and dog collar.
That reminds me of the Eddie Guerrero and JBL thing.
That was bloody. That was a bloody match as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a very good match. What other matches happened?
I'm liking this. I'm liking this look. This new look that Cody's got.
Black hair as well.
Oh, did Will Hobbs versus Brian Cage?
Yeah, for the what's it called?
TNT.
FTW title.
And after I watched it. Then Taz came through after and he asked if he wanted to join. I forgot someone came through and interrupted that as well.
Darby Allin
came in. Yeah.
Will Hobbs is going to be a massive star. I'm so happy they signed him.
I like the look of him. I like the look of him.
He's a solid guy.
Yeah.
He's got big
things. Where's he come from?
I don't even know.
As in that, what you don't know what independent scene he come from? It's just
no. I've literally first time I ever heard of him
it was
from
TNA,
AEW, which is rare because a lot of them, if I've heard of them, I don't know. But yeah. And then what other matches happened? The tag team match at the end, it was Chaos Theory,
Oh yeah, I missed that.
Serpentico, and what's this guy? Luther versus Chris Jericho and Jake Hager.
Chris Jericho, I'm guessing.
Chris Jericho won. It wasn't. It was never meant to be a match that was meant to be an amazing match. Like, of course, Luther and Chris Jericho are friends, so for him to main event AEW, it made sense for them two in it. What happened at the end was good. MJF came out. He gave Chris Jericho a gift, which was a picture of himself.
Yeah, I saw that still.
And Chris Jericho smashed the picture on some clown that was there, Clownico or something like that. And it looked like we're finally going to get like Chris Jericho versus MJF. But then it was just like a massive swerve. And they just hugged it out and everybody came out. And then at the end of the credits, they had like, Chris Jericho. So yeah, no, all in all, it was an amazing show. Not amazing, but it was a very, very good show. I'm looking forward to tonight's show. Well, it would pass by the time this comes out. Is it the 1 year anniversary? They've got all the titles on the line.
Mad, it's been 1 year since.
It's been over a year, but today's the 1 year anniversary show.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm definitely watching today.
It's gonna be jam packed, man. All the titles are on the line. I know it's gonna be
the champions basically.
Revival versus Best Friends, Big Swole versus Hikaru Shida. That match. No build, just vibes. No build, just vibes. Cody Rhodes versus Orange Cassidy. That should be a good match. And Luke Archer versus Archer versus John Moxley. I'm in two minds. I want Archer to win. Lance Archer to win. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Moxley's reign has become a bit stale.
Yeah,
that's what
it has.
Yeah,
I agree.
But I mean,
I think he'll lose it.
It's going to be a good match anyways. I mean, at this point, I don't know. Besides when they now do the tournament, the only person I could really see beating John Moxley is possibly Kenny Omega. But other than that, I don't know.
He hasn't wrestled in a while still.
No, he hasn't wrestled since the pay-per-view, but he's going to be... They're doing the #1 contendership tournament.
And he's in that, yeah?
He's in that. So, I mean, depending... If he doesn't win, they'll probably kind of build a story off that with him and Adam Page. I've been enjoying the story with Adam Page. If any of you watch Being the Elite... that kind of gives like more in depth like what's happening behind the scenes. And what's crazy with like Being the Elite and AEW is like there's certain things you'll see on AEW and it won't make sense to you, but then when you now see on Being the Elite, it's like, oh, that's why this person's doing this, or that's why. So a lot of the times, if you don't like, for me, I've kind of been on and off Being the Elite, but if you see certain things that's happening on AEW. And it's like, how the hell did this happen?
Like that, okay, for example, prime example, that kick that when there was a time when Young Bucks came in and super kicked the referee.
You'll see the behind the scenes.
And that'll show that on...
Yeah. So, for example, you see at the Battle Royal where, what's his name? Matt Sydal slipped. Yeah. So we're all thinking, right, he botched. Only for you to now go and watch something and see...
That was a botch, man.
I feel like they chiseled it. Yeah. I feel like they chiseled it. Now to make a story out of it. But we never know, innit? You know what I'm saying?
And it doesn't make sense for them because it's like they're filmed in the same arena. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Davis place. Yeah.
So okay, for example, it was in Sacramento or something. You can't go to Sacramento.
You know what I'm saying? So even stuff like, so they posted, so if any of you watched AEW, you would have seen Matt and Nick mocking WWE.
Yeah, celebrating like this, yeah.
But if you see online, there was a behind the scenes of Matt Hardy going up to them like, listen, I've been in the business for years. If you actually want to, this is how you actually watch the TV. He's now turned them around, innit? Yeah. So you're probably thinking when you're watching AEW, raw, it's funny that they're standing like this. Yeah. Only for you now to go see online that, all right, it's actually Matt Hardy that told him to do this because he's mocking WWE. So, yeah, man.
But isn't that, okay, cool. AW, all kudos to you guys, that's sick, yeah, but isn't that sort of like, is everyone going to watch that?
A lot
if you don't know, you're not going to watch it. That's which is a bad thing.
If you don't know, you're not going to watch it. But at the same time, this is stuff that they've been doing that they've been able to like create storylines for through New Japan and Ring of Honor. So they've been doing it for time. So it's only as AEW's come, they've now built storylines through Being the Elite to now add it onto AEW. So I mean, it works hand in hand. So, but a lot of people, like for me, I used to watch it regularly, but now because there's so much, I can't be asked, man. I don't even lie to you, and I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, exactly.
It's only like recently I watched like the last one just to kind of like see what's happening with Adam Page in it.
Last one I watched was when the guy found money. I forgot the guy's name. I think it's Cutler.
Oh yeah,
he found money
on
the
Cutler.
The ceiling in it or something after.
Man found money in the
ceiling.
ceiling.
I think someone put it there. I forgot, and after he took it and he ran away.
This guy looking at the ceiling.
No, guys.
But guys, yeah, I was actually gonna do thingy fine this week. What do you call it? Was it actually that good? But I feel like I want everyone to be here for this episode. For was it actually that good? I think next week we'll see how things go. I might invite NK down because I want to discuss New Japan Pro. New Japan Pro actually that good.
It was.
We can actually still discuss it.
It had a period where it was shit.
So can I introduce the topic then?
Yeah, we can introduce it for next week. I mean, we can introduce it. We're gonna
Actually,
just what as in we speak about it now.
yeah.
I'm not. I can clued up, but
Do you know, let's
wait till next week.
Well, as for now, we'll just do like.
So I want to bring facts and energies in it.
Whose song is it for this week? I'm not whose song.
We'll
do. Sorry, Ask Wrestlings this week. So yeah.
So we got a few people.
We're doing a new this week, innit? So we're doing a new format this week for Ask Wrestling.
Yeah, so we've just got a few people to send us voice notes, and yeah, they're gonna send us voice notes, ask their questions, and we're just gonna answer it like that.
Yes, it's GG on wrestling. My question is, if WWE vacated all the main roster titles today and gave you guys the power to pick all new champions, who would get what belt and why?
Wow.
Is that
GG on wrestling? Big up GG on wrestling. He's going to start his podcast real soon.
Big him up, man. Big him up.
He was actually meant to be here today, but obviously because of work he couldn't. But he's going to be on real soon. You know, we have to always support the Mandem doing wrestling content as always. So yeah, make sure you guys follow GG on wrestling. Wrestling community, man.
Wrestling community. To answer your question, bro, that question there is okay, cool. In real life, I won't say in national, in fake life, in WWE life, when I'm in WWE, as in like we can give. In WWE, you can give. In real life, you can't give. You have to fight for your shit. So in WWE life, if I were to make anyone the champion right now, I would. To be honest, I'll keep it the same. The only person I would change, is Drew McIntyre.
You're bugging.
I'm sorry. Do you know why?
He needs a better feud. It's not him as a champion. He needs a better feud.
I'll say Drew McIntyre will win it somewhere down the line when the fans come back in.
Okay.
But for now, I'll give the.
Okay, that's valid. I'll give you that.
I'll give the title. Let Randy have it. Randy's been crazy. He's been fighting for time. Randy's been fighting for time. Randy's been fighting for time, bro. I'm joking, but yeah, on the real though, I'd love to see Keith Lee, like, you know. Is it too early?
Okay, should we do title by title?
Yeah,
let's do title. Okay, so
so
let's start with the Universal title.
Yeah,
Roman can keep it.
Roman has
Let
to
him
keep
keep it.
Yeah, I'll leave it with Roman. Yeah. Intercontinental title.
Who is that? I see Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. Me personally, I'll put on Buddy Murphy.
That shit, you know? I'm investing
the mid card in WWE is trash.
Yeah, okay.
I'll give it to Buddy Murphy.
I'll
give it to Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy, I agree.
Okay, SmackDown tag team titles.
Unify that shit, man, and give it to New Day.
But if you were to give it to someone, I'll give it to Buddy Murphy.
No,
even women's title, I'll give it to Buddy Murphy.
Must say 24/7 championship.
24/7. No, crib that one.
Is Humberto still in Raw?
I think he stayed on Raw. I think.
Okay, give the tag team titles to Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
Dominic, yeah, I'm with that. SmackDown women's title. I'll keep on Bailey.
No, give that shit to Naomi, man. What the fuck?
Actually, yeah, I changed my mind. Give it to Naomi. She's on Raw. She's on Raw.
Still give it to her. What the fuck? I'm joking. Oh shit. You give it. Bailey can keep that shit.
Yeah, I'm a fuss with Bailey.
Yeah.
We'll just
no. Give that shit to Bianca Belair. What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, because she tried for the NXT title, boy. How many chances did she get? They didn't give it to her. Let's just get this one out of the way. The 24/7 title.
Truth, man.
Our truth needs to
bin it. Nobody should have that belt. Bin that belt.
It's a padlock, and no one should win it. You have to defeat the locker to win it. That's truth. You have to destroy it, fam. What going?
WWE title.
Wait, who's the champ now again?
Drew McIntyre.
I want it to be Randy Orton because I want him to be a 16-time champion. I want him to win it the most. I want him to beat John Cena and Ric Flair for it.
Okay, cool. So perfect example. So Royal Rumble happens, and Big E wins it. Big E wins the Royal Rumble. Big E goes, "Oh, who am I gonna fight? I can't fight Roman because Roman's already in a feud with the Uso brothers, whatever." Cool. So he's gonna pick Drew McIntyre to win. Drew McIntyre to fight, and after him and Drew McIntyre fight at WrestleMania, he wins the title. A Kofi moment happens, then bam, he wins that. So I'll give my title to Big E. That's in real life fraud.
If I was to hand it, as in it was in my hand. I'll probably give it to AJ Styles.
I'm sorry, bro. I said this off camera. I'll say it again. AJ Styles in WWE right now. I am bored, bro. I'm sorry. No offense. Big up, VRSY. AJ Styles, your guy. But VRSY probably even agree with me on this. I am bored of AJ Styles in WWE right now. He's not doing anything for me. Like, obviously, he's a legend. I respect him highly. Like, he's giving us moments, whatever.
Actually, Sorry, carry on.
I don't. When I see AJ Styles on SmackDown or Raw, I don't really focus on the match as much as when I'm watching Seth or watching who else is there? Any other brother, fam. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously, last time I was actually, I was watching for Jeff Hardy, to be honest.
You know what? You see, if AJ Styles, he needs that faction. I miss when he had the Good Brothers with him. Who he needs right now is the club. Adam Cole and Finn Balor.
So you think that
he needs to do it?
Okay, cool.
You know,
I think he needs to leave WWE. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm
sorry, fam.
I think it would be cool if he goes to NXT. AJ Styles, veteran, can go to NXT. He can be like the locker room leader down there. You know, not down there. I mean, up there.
Okay, cool. You said that because like, I want to see AJ Styles in a different environment.
Different
so
environment,
NXT makes
yeah.
sense. I've seen him on Raw. I've seen him on SmackDown. I feel like NXT will be nice.
And he'll be more flexible with his wrestling style as well. You know, he can really be AJ Styles that we all grew up watching.
Yeah.
That's if his age hasn't allowed him to not do
No. AJ, he's gotten better with age.
No, he's gotten better with age, but he's not as flexible. And, you know. Actually, I changed my mind. I wouldn't put AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley. I'll make Bobby Lashley.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Destroyer.
I'll make Bobby Lashley the W champion. United States champion?
Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, either him or Shelton. Even MVP, fam, I wouldn't mind any of them.
MVP.
I
Listen,
wouldn't even mind.
MVP has had the greatest comeback story this year, man.
Oh no, facts.
Greatest.
Facts. Tag team champions.
Raw.
Yeah.
New Day. They're the only ones. I don't know who the other tag
I'll
teams
give
are.
it to MVP and Shelton.
Shelton.
But then
Okay,
again,
bet.
I'm tired of Shelton winning tag team titles, man. Let him, that guy should be a mid-card champion. But yeah, probably them two.
Okay, I heard that. What's that guy called again? The one that was Bobby Roode's old team partner in
James Storm.
James Storm.
James Storm.
Davicator.
Beer money.
So what's his name? So James Storm comes back to WWE. He kind of like finesses his way to like Raw. Then yeah, I'll give it to him and Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode's with SmackDown now.
Oh shit! Okay, forget that then.
Wait,
Yeah, I don't know.
what was that team again? Oh, where they were like cowboys and stuff, and they said something about Donald Trump or something. They cancelled themselves.
No, it wasn't even them. It was one person, Jackson Ryker.
Yeah.
The others they don't believe in that, but obviously
That's
for their character they have. But obviously they confirm like, listen, we're not like that. Then they cribbed the whole thing.
That's crazy.
The Forgotten Sons. That's it.
Forgotten Sons.
And there was a sick tag team.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing.
like them.
They were
When they came, there's one ladder match. I was watching my mum and dad in it, yeah. And I think they got Jackson Ryker. He got battered. They put him under the ladder, yeah. And everyone was stomping him out, fam. Yeah, that was sick.
NXT, innit?
Take off. Yeah, that was a good match. Street Profits, I think, did they win?
Street Profits, I think.
Who won? Street Profits.
I think that's when Street Profits won the NXT tag team titles.
Yeah.
That was a sick match.
That was a sick match. Very good match, man.
Raw. Actually, have I said Raw Women's Championship?
Women's Championship. Oh, like I said, Naomi. Yeah, Naomi's on Raw now, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Naomi, give that shit to Naomi.
Hey,
give that shit to Naomi.
She needs to
MVP
join
comes
the
around the corner
business.
and goes, cool, you're a champion, right? Do you want to keep that championship? Come join the Hurt business. We can supply security like 24/7. Bam. After after this whole thing of like Jey Uso and Roman Reigns faction coming, and they join the whole faction. They become their own faction. So
Hurt Business.
after the next Survivor Series, we get Hurt Business versus the what do you call it? The what do you call it? The Bloodline. What we call it? Because I'm tired of this shit.
Good segue because our next question is.
What's up, people? This is the WrestleManiac himself, Mex, with a special question for WrestThings. Ask WrestThings. Pick up all the Mandem inside the place. All right, let's go. So, the tribal chief Roman Reigns has been said to be possibly starting a stable, a faction. And we can assume that the Usos will be part of it. But as we know, he isn't on the best footing right now with the Usos. You know, they're not seeing eye to eye right now. Obviously, Jay's just been beaten up. He's gonna get beaten up again at Hell in a Cell. Jimmy watched it happen at Clash of Champions. So if we assume the Usos are gonna join the stable, how are we gonna get there? How are the Usos going to join sides with Roman Reigns in this little Samoan faction, despite Roman having beat up Jey Uso? I want you to fantasy book how we're going to get that there, how we're going to get to those guys joining up and forming this faction. Peace and love, guys, every single time. Make sure you're following WrestThings, guys. Follow them. Peace.
Make sure you're following WrestleMania.
Big up the
hardest
working guy.
He's even going on break next
Just-
season.
I said no breaks. He said it's my birthday. I was like, go have that birthday. Go have it. Hey, this guy really gave us some homework from what the fuck? 20 marks.
I'm not gonna lie, when I was on my way here, I was thinking, shit. I don't know, I'm gonna
Trust me.
take
Fam. Cool. So we've been given a chance to basically try and create this faction, yeah? I think the best way they should do it is by... Okay, cool. Okay, even better. So forget it. So basically, there's a match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso again, yeah? At the end of the match, Paul Heyman comes in the ring. And you know how Paul Heyman's been this whole thing of like, yeah, I respect the Samoan tribe and all this stuff, Samoan wrestlers and that. Cool. Jey Uso turns around, yeah? No. Roman Reigns turns around, yeah? Attacks Paul Heyman. Beats up Paul Heyman. Wait for it. A bit like how they done it in like thingy, the WCW NWO formation, yeah? He attacks Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's on the floor. He's been knocked out, whatever. Then he raises up Jey Uso. Jimmy Uso comes in. Seth Fatu comes in, out from the blue. And they're like, cool, this is the new faction, Bloodline. From that moment then, Brock Lesnar comes back here. And Brock Lesnar's like, cool, you man attacked my guy. You man are dead. All of you man are dead. I'm coming after all of you lot, fam. Then with the Brock Lesnar thing, Brock Lesnar adds someone else to his tag team. And they're not just running the thing. And I don't know who else he can add. But basically, Brock Lesnar coming back to avenge... Basically, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are going to have beef for this title. And that's how it's going to come. That's one way to do it. What do you think?
It's one way, but it's not the best way.
Hey, I tried though. No issue. I was on the spot. I was just coming up with shit, but I was thinking.
I do like the idea what you brought up about
women getting attacked.
No, not
What?
that.
Oh shit!
Then what you said before, because that's why when I brought up the question, I was thinking, okay, cool. He's probably gonna add more to what he said before about Naomi joining the Hurt Business, and then maybe them kind of like running roughshod on Raw, and then maybe it leads to like some sort of Survivor Series match against, because obviously we're potentially gonna get Tamina involved in this
Oh,
as well.
Stop.
This better be good.
So wait, no, oh shit. Nah, you come on. I'm not saying nothing. So what I'm thinking here, you're saying that. So what I've discovered here, what I've just put in my head is that you're saying that how Naomi has now joined her business, right?
Yeah.
So Jimmy Uso's like, fuck it. I'm now part of this whole. Actually, no, that's not gonna make sense. Forget it.
No, carry on.
It's not
No,
gonna
carry
make
on.
sense. Honestly, it's not gonna make sense.
Carry on. It could be potentially a thing where he's trying to now, like, listen, these aren't the right. Come on, like, you don't have to be with them. And then it could be a potential thing where the Hurt Business now beat up.
Is this
Jey
coming
Uso.
from? Okay, tell me something, bro. Is this coming from like the whole? So bear in mind right now, Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns are still in the feud.
This could be potentially after.
So
This
after
could
the
be
feud's
after.
done.
Yeah. So it could be a potential case. Let's see, Roman Reigns has moved on. He's in a new feud.
Yeah.
Jay could just be hanging down, whoever her husband is, hanging backstage. Jay now witnesses that, MVP's trying to get close. He's now telling MVP, yo, listen, that's my wife. Back off, because at the end of the day, I see what you guys are doing. I don't want my girl involved in any of this.
Is it okay? My question to you is this. Sorry, I'm just trying to be devil's advocate. On WWE, have they actually shown that that's his wife? Have they actually made it clear?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, they've done it on E. They've done it on.
No, they've done it on TV. Yeah,
On TV,
they've
okay,
been
cool.
in tag teams together. Like,
Okay,
yeah, that's
cool.
his baby.
Yeah. Because I'm just be devil's advocate.
Yeah, so it could be a thing where just leading up, like, listen, don't hang with them, don't hang with them. Next thing you know, they could potentially start a match between Shelton and Jay. Jay gets the win. They now attack, and then she now comes to like try and ward them off. Like, yo, listen, obviously they're not gonna hit a woman, so they're gonna back off. Then it could happen one more time, but then this time around she's not helping. She's just thinking, you know what,
Bun it.
you're a big man. Like, how's my husband getting beaten up by these men? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So she now goes to join them. Like, listen, it's nothing personal. I still love you, but I'm trying to win. I'm trying to make money.
You've had your moment. It's
You've had your moment.
It's
You've
my time to
what I'm
win,
saying.
yeah.
You've had your moment. If you want to keep getting beaten up, that's on you. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to win
She
my
brings
title.
She brings up the dab.
Yeah, fam. I'll from that point, if I was MVP, I'll give her the boot. Come on.
As she goes, you've had your moment.
You've had your moment.
But you
You're
fluffed
busy.
it.
You're
You
busy
fluffed it.
dabbing like a dabbing ass nigga.
Instead of you to be money back.
You know what I'm saying?
The biggest match of your life.
Biggest match of your life. You're out there dabbing. You know what I'm saying? And then it just be a point where, okay, cool, Jimmy now gets involved. And then they're like, yo, Roman, listen, I know we've had a hiccup, but at the end of the day, we're still family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, family over everything. And then they now involve Tamina. obviously Tamina's their cousin.
Yeah.
And
Swear to me, there's their
Tamina's
cousin.
their
I
cousin.
thought
Do you remember when they first came through and they attacked Davey Boy Smith Jr., Tyson Kidd, and what's the name?
Natalia.
Yeah.
And they all done the splash from them. I used to think that Tamina was so sexy, man. When I saw her, I was thinking, hey, God forgive me. Actually, I was too young. I was too young to be forgiven.
Yeah.
But
Wait, I thought Nia Jax was their cousin.
yeah, Nia Jax is their
Yeah,
cousin.
yeah,
Fam,
yeah.
their family is
Nia,
big.
Nia Jax.
If
and
Nia
Tamina-
Jax joins this faction,
I really
That's
forgot about
amazing.
Nia Jax, but yeah.
oh, fam.
So then, so obviously as time is going on, Naomi's now winning matches. She's nobody's taking her for a prick. She finally wins the title. They've now got all the gold. The Usos could potentially win all the gold. in
So
the thing.
Hurt Business of all the gold, and then
Bloodline.
Blood-
Bloodline with all the gold,
Yeah,
and it's
never
like,
seen
you know
that
what?
before.
You've been running roughshod on Raw. We're the real people on SmackDown that's been running roughshod. Let's see who's actually the best team. You know what I'm saying? So then rather than have like women versus women or men, fam, make it a four-man match.
What's it? Intergender.
Yeah, make it intergender form. Obviously, the men aren't gonna hit the women.
No, but
Make
there's
an 8-man
but
tag match in it.
Why don't I not like obviously TNA's Impacts will do that.
Yeah, it's Impact, but WWE don't do that. Yeah.
let the men hit the women, let the
No,
women
no,
hit
no,
the
no,
men,
no,
man.
but I feel like, give a-
I mean, even if it's just like a finisher, like you know what I'm saying.
Suplex,
Not even a suplex finisher. Forget
Oh,
suplex. No, but look at what happened to Nia Jackson. They gave her RKO. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That was sweet.
You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we don't want them to overstretch it and be doing certain things they don't need to be doing. You know what I'm saying?
getting hit in the
We don't want
chin.
people to be.
let them beat each other. Let them fight.
Has a woman bled in WWE before? I forgot. No,
Not that I remember.
Becky Lynch and her
But
nose.
I remember in the
that
video
in
games
it.
they couldn't bleed in it.
Couldn't
So
bleed,
they
yeah,
probably
yeah, yeah.
didn't bleed.
You
in it.
tried, boy. You tried. This guy tried to bleed, man. Oh, fam. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, WrestleMania, man.
Yeah,
Hardest work.
hopefully that was good enough. I mean, that's literally just spurring off of Lloyd's idea, innit? And just trying to like see how we could potentially move it. But I think, I mean, do you have any idea of how we
Bro,
could potentially do
I'm not even gonna lie, I was lost in it. I'm not a writer like that. So I would, if I make up an idea, we'll now be talking about Universal Championship.
Yeah,
So,
fam, talk about it.
What?
alright, fuck it.
There's
Alright,
no right or wrong. We're not in the creative room.
you know, like
They
that.
ain't booking us.
You know, fuck it, we'll do better than them anyway. So
when we do our own wrestling promotion, when we do our own wrestling show, fam.
WrestHINGS, yeah.
Listen, bear man, if any of you wrestlers think you're coming to dab,
Leave that.
you're getting
Leave
your
that out, mate.
45
biggest,
straight away.
biggest match of your life and you're breakdancing.
First black wrestling event,
Even
and you're coming to dab.
Kofi didn't even break dance. That's when you knew he was gonna
No,
win.
it was serious.
What's the thing like my parents say? Start as you what?
Start as you mean to go on.
Start as you to go on, fam.
Cool. Jimmy Uso is still injured. We've got Jey Uso. Once he's finished his feud with Roman Reigns, he's been beat down. He's now like demoralized and everything. So he's in matches and he's losing all the time. And then Roman Reigns comes in, helps him out, interferes. And then Jey Uso just like, nah, man, don't need your help. But Roman's persistent saying, listen, we can work together and we can really build
But
something.
in real life, actually no, even in real life and in WWE real life, yeah, would you take that? As in Roman turns around and goes, we can work together.
Yeah, I will take that.
I feel like then all that's happened is like, actually,
It's because it's like, all right, Jey Uso now he's losing. Roman Reigns is like the savior for Jey Uso. So now Jey Uso's now had to acknowledge he really is the tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? Because he'll be the leader of the faction anyway. So now Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are tag team. Well, not tag team literally, but like Jey Uso's in, Roman Reigns is in Jey Uso's corner, innit? And then Jey Uso starts winning, etc. And then Jimmy Uso returns. Now they're all in Roman's corner. You know when they have managers coming out?
Yeah.
So Roman Reigns will have Paul Heyman and the Usos as well. And then, I don't know, whoever he's feuding with, they would need to have a team as well. Because like how I see it happening is like a Survivor Series thing. So whoever Roman Reigns is feuding, the other person needs to have like 2 other people with them as well. But I don't know who Roman Reigns could feud right now after Jey Uso.
yeah.
Unless
No,
it's Seth Rollins.
Seth.
Who's Seth Rollins?
Seth needs to get. Seth is gonna. I can't lie. This Roman
Seth-
right now. I can't lie. Seth is gonna get mullered, bro.
Ah,
Roman right now he's a Megatron fam.
Megatron.
You can't.
Unless Seth tries to take out your eye. Like when Seth goes into that that angry,
the
messy
angry-
hair,
yeah.
with, like when he goes into that mode of like, I don't want to hear nothing.
Sadistic.
Fam,
sadistic,
like,
sadistic,
that's a
yeah.
sick Seth.
Okay, that's Seth and Megatron Roman. Yeah, then we're talking. big
That's good. You know what's mad, yeah? That Seth we just described is what Dean Ambrose was meant to be in WWE.
Low key.
That's mad.
David
that
Rogers
is
became a
mad.
comedy character.
He was dressed up as flipping. What's his name? How can I forget this guy's name? That was part of the Wyatt family, fam.
Luke Harper.
He was just little brother, fam. His singlet was much more cleaner. What the hell? Is that all the questions for today?
Yeah, that's all the questions.
Mad. Yo, so I can't lie. It's been a good first day in the Thunderdome, and I've enjoyed it, bro.
Yeah, I feel like this might be the spot.
100%.
Yeah, I can't wait for the 50th episode.
I think we definitely need to get some things here. Though. We need to put some.
Oh yeah, I was thinking
Some
maybe
sort of-
get a title. Someone mentioned a
yeah.
mug earlier. I want to get
I've
a
got my son's
wrestling
style at
mug.
home, but I can't bring that in, fam.
I'll try to look for my brother's titles. I'll try to bring that.
I'm gonna buy one from Depop, man. Fuck it.
A real one.
Real toy, which as long as it looks good, innit?
Probably to put some wrestling teeth up there. I don't know. Probably design up a bit, but
Yeah, we need to launch the merch soon, ASAP, man.
yeah,
Let's, you know,
Hey,
big up.
listen, I'm working on get on to me, people, for the merch.
yeah,
Get
please
on to me.
get onto blacks as well, man. Controversial files. We need that ASAP, fam.
Yeah.
That's it's coming like Kendrick Lamar and J Cole's album.
Mixed it,
It's a good time.
We've got some special announcements coming soon. The boys are working, man.
Trust me, working.
Boys
man.
are working, you know, and we just want to say big shouts to everybody that's been
Yeah.
supporting.
Yeah.
Big up everybody that, you know, is involved within the wrestling community that continues to support us. We're obviously going to try our best to support you as well.
Yeah.
Like we always say, when you listen to our podcast, you interact with us, you're part of the wrestling's community. So if you want to come down, record with the Mandem, chop it up with the Mandem, want to get involved with whatever the Mandem's doing, don't be afraid, man. We're not bougie. We're not like any of these corporate companies, man.
No,
like,
we're
you know
not.
what I'm saying?
We're not. We're for the people, man.
We're for the people. We're by the Mandem for the Mandem,
yeah.
as always. And
Also, guys, if you're out there and you love wrestling and you want to be part of a wrestling forum, aka group chat, let us know. Drop us a DM and we'll add you to it, man. Everyone's in there. We'll have the same likeness or same things that they. Like, you'll definitely relate to someone in there, man. So just drop us a DM and we'll add you to that group chat. And after, we're also having, when we do go to events, for example, like Progress or WWE event, we'll let you guys know in that group chat as well, and we can go together.
yeah, man. Yeah. Here's the road to 50.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna get yacked. I'm so sorry.
So
we have to do it.
Yeah,
Sir?
it's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to do it. We have to get yacked.
What
That's it.
Yaki bringing? I'm
I'm gonna try to look for like a black-owned cocktail. Twist up are very good.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna shout to my guys at Twist Up to see if we, they can.
Is that fruit punch in there, innit?
Yeah, they got fruit punch, lemon, cherry. Yeah, man, we're gonna see what we can pattern. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay, cool.
yeah, I'm gonna be breaking hella Max. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you wanna come down, I mean, we've probably got space for one.
No, we've got space because I've got another mic, innit? So.
Yeah, I mean, depending on who, if all the Mandem can make it, innit? Hopefully all the Mandem can make it. It'll be good to have all the Mandem. If not, we'll still hold it down.
I was saying we need to go back to MSG for that though.
Oh,
Mic
100%.
space and everything because MSG will make so much sense, and it's only right.
It's just the times.
It's the
and
time.
I can't do after travel, man. Like,
Yeah,
I love MSG with all my heart. Like, even outside of wrestling, it's very sentimental to me. I've got.
And man, know who MSG is, right?
Yeah.
If you know what MSG is, then watch the first couple episodes of wrestling, then you'll see what
like,
MSG is.
It's very sentimental. Like for me, I always love that place.
The
but
only
at the
guest
same
that's been
time,
at MSG too. On Dre,
Supine.
Jerry Supine. Nah, he went to who's it done? Supine and Jamie.
Oh, as in the other room.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair
the
enough.
actual MSG.
Oh, I think Dre,
And
Kenny
Kenny
All-Star,
Can you also?
That's all.
Hey, that's mad.
and
Kenny
Skillet
All-Star.
came, but Skillet
Skillet,
didn't
Skillet,
miss the
yeah.
episode. Yeah.
Hey, that's nuts. Kenny All-Star's been on this.
Skillet done a dark show.
Yeah, Skillet
Done a dark match.
Skillet was a dark match.
That's actually
Yeah, we've got some special announcements coming soon. Hopefully, one of them we can announce. Hopefully Monday, maybe. Monday, announcing Monday. Yeah. Rest things by the man for the man.